Hi everyone, how are you doing? It's Ari. So, out in Spain, we have drew with the Royal Antwerp. I don't know how we drew that game. Antwerp, absolutely shocking. But, you know, we had this, we had for anywhere, we have 3:45 minutes, which totals to 2 hours and 15 minutes of playing time. And, you know, Rafa made the changes more so later on in the game for the final 45. He brought on a lot of changes during there. And after 45 minutes, going back earlier on in the match, he only brought on 3, which was Lascelles, Clark and Hayden. But overall, the starting lineup, you can't really read too much into it. It was pretty strong, you know. The only ones who aren't really regulars in that 11 were Mbemba and Haidara. But, you know, Newcastle started off really well. The first half, it was all Newcastle, and, you know, Shelvey looked more up for it in the first half. He was only given 45 minutes a day, and he looked well up for it. You know, he was taking control of the game, he wanted the ball, he was shooting long distance. And I've also got to say, Matt Ritchie in particular took his goal absolutely superb as well. You know, Mbemba, credit to Chancellor Mbemba, when he sees Matt Ritchie running, he spots him, long ball over the top, Ritchie brings it down and then chips the goalkeeper. Wait, you see the goal. It's a fabulous finish from Matt Ritchie. Newcastle go in, you know, into the 45, 1-0 up, and Atsu just fired wide just before that as well. So 45 minutes was up. Only the 3 changes I've touched upon. In that second period of 45 minutes, it was pretty dull, to be fair. You know, Matt Ritchie was stepping up. He was moving around with Christian Atsu during the game where Ritchie was out wide, then he was moved into 10 and vice versa. So Atsu and Ritchie alternated throughout the game, and Matt Ritchie looked so much better than number 10, and maybe it's something that we'll look at the future. I know he's only played there once this season. He was disappointing, but that's Manchester City. But overall, you know, that second period of 45 minutes was pretty poor. Antwerp were poor, really. They couldn't even put 2 or 3 passes together, but Newcastle should have, by the 60th minute, seen the game out and scored. You know, we're seeing the Matt Ritchie have a long distance which just trickled wide. You've seen curler from Matt Ritchie where Mikel Merino gets on the end of it, goes for a corner as well. You know, inside the box, you know, Ritchie played Merino inside the box, he slipped, so it should have been game over. But going into the final 45, so this was after 90 minutes, Rafa made all the changes. It was nice to see Nathan Harker and Victor Fernandez. Obviously, a lot of people who watch the channel know that I go on about Victor Fernandez a lot. He looked very lively on that right flank. Him and Yedlin were getting a lot of space on that right flank and didn't really utilise from it. And to start that second half, Antwerp scored straight away, and, you know, it trickled it in the bottom right corner from the edge of the box, and Nathan Harker just got into goal. The first job that he's doing is pick the ball out of his own net, and really, our question is, should he dive a little bit earlier? Should he have got down earlier? For me, that was Dubravka saves that. Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh on Nathan. Let me know what you think if you have seen it as well. You know, pretty poor. You know, Gale 1-on-1 should have scored. That was only 3 or 4 minutes after that. After Antwerp had equalised, Diame, he came on. You know, he burst from midfield. He nicked the ball off a midfielder, bursting forward, went to curl one top corner, which was tipped over the bar. You know, Newcastle were trying to get that second goal, and we've seen Perez shoot from distance just wide. And we got a penalty, but Dwight Gale stepped up and he smacked it, and the goalkeeper saved it, and just wasn't Newcastle's day overall. We ended the game 1-1. Newcastle dominated possession, dominated the chances. Antwerp only had 2 or 3 chances, and one of them went into the net. So overall, disappointing that we didn't go on and win the game, but really this fixture was more about match fitness, getting people out on the pitch, getting them some minutes under the belt as well. In particular, who stood up for me is Matt Ritchie. I thought he was the best player. Jonjo Shelvey only played the 45 minutes, but I thought he was pretty decent as well. And Victor Fernandez and DeAndre Yedlin on that right flank was pretty lively, even though Fernandez plays on the left for the under-23s. But all in all, disappointing. Later on tonight, if you're watching on Facebook, head over to YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, we've got the player ratings coming up, and we've got the main review. We'll also hear from Rafa Benitez as well.